Another year of disappointment in store for Call of Duty, man. Call of Duty 2016, Bloodlines, space warfare, man. Who actually comes up with this stuff? I'd love to know. Anyways, if you don't know what's going on, basically there's been a little bit of a leak that Call of Duty 2016 will be taking place in space. Now, I will link the full article in the description down below, but I'm going to quickly summarize it because I'm not here to give you a news story. I'm here to actually discuss this. So basically there was a leak from an industry insider named Shinobi602, and he has leaked stuff in the past before about Call of Duty that turned out to be correct. So people are trusting this. It seems that he's fucking right every time he says something. So anyways, what he said exactly word for word is this year's Call of Duty will be full-on science fiction, and also this year's Call of Duty will make Black Ops 3 look like the Stone Age, okay? And also, this year's Call of Duty is very far into the future and is based around space combat. Basically, if we want to summarize all of that, this year's Call of Duty is pretty much the exact opposite of everything that people have been asking for the last 2 years. Now you might be asking yourself, why the fuck would they do something like this? Well, I actually literally made this video over a month ago. You may have seen it. It has a lot of views. It has like almost 300,000 views or something. You may have seen it. It was called The Biggest Concern for Call of Duty 2016. And I basically just talked about how this game has been in development for multiple years now, right? And back then when they started making the game, they didn't know that we didn't really like this futuristic stuff, right? They didn't know the majority of the community wasn't really a fan of this. So when they started making the game, they made it under the assumption that this would all be loved and all that. So they had already started making some futuristic space game way back, way back. This is not some new thing that they just started making. So now it's too late. They've already made the game. The game's already in the final stages now. The game's gonna come out, you know, in about 6 months or so. So they're not gonna go change it now that they know we don't like this stuff. So we are stuck with this space warfare game. And that's only assuming that this is correct, which maybe this guy's wrong, maybe this guy's trolling everyone, but seeing as that I already made this point like last month, and now there's actually some evidence behind it, if that's what you'd want to call this, however credible it is, it basically, in my mind, it kind of confirms it. So at this point, there's not much we can do but just accept it. There's no point in really creating a huge fuss about it. They're not going to change it. But at the same time, I definitely want to put my opinion out there that I, for one, I don't like the sound of it, man. I can't really judge it. There's no actual images even from it. There's no gameplay. We don't know anything about it. I don't even think the actual title is confirmed yet. Did Bloodlines get confirmed as a title? I don't know. But regardless, it doesn't sound good, man. Especially when they say it's gonna make Black Ops 3 look like the Stone Age. So it's gonna be just that far ahead in the future. Like, it's basically confirmed to be the most futuristic Call of Duty that we've ever had. So even more than Advanced Warfare, BO3, whatever. It's just way out there, right? Now, just that on its own wouldn't be so bad, but it's the implications of what comes with that, right? If this is going to be the most futuristic, most advanced Call of Duty ever, are they not also going to add in the most futuristic, most advanced movement ever, right? So I think this kind of just takes away all of our hope for boots on the ground. I mean, you're in fucking space, so I don't know how that's even going to work. Are we going to just be flying around, like floating around in space? Like, I don't know what this shit's going to be, man. But I don't think it's going to be boots on the ground, that's for sure. I mean, we might be in fucking astronaut suits while we're battling and shit. Like, what the hell? We should have seen this shit coming. Didn't they put astronaut suits in Ghost? I'm pretty sure they did as like a DLC. You could be an astronaut. Like, we should have seen this shit coming, man. But yeah, man, that's basically it. I don't even know what else to say. This is one of those situations where I'm not even happy that I'm right. Usually when you're right, you're like, yeah, man, I told you so. You're happy about it. But honestly, I wish I was fucking wrong, man. I wish I was wrong. I take no joy in being fucking right about this. There's nothing to be happy about here. It's just not promising, man. I don't want to judge it too much because we haven't actually seen anything from it, but from the descriptions that I'm hearing, it doesn't sound good. And honestly, I'm not even that mad or that disappointed about it as I would have been like 3 or 4 years ago. I would have been pretty upset, but now I just expect to be disappointed by Call of Duty. Like, I don't have very high expectations for this game anymore. Like, I just expect that they're gonna do something that nobody likes and it's whatever. We're gonna play it anyway, and you know, that's just the fucking way that it is. Just over the course of like the last few Call of Duties, I just came to the realization that yeah, the game's probably not gonna be what you want it to be. You're probably not not gonna like it as much as you wanted to like it, and that's just how it is. Like, Black Ops 3 was really my last hope, and the game's not terrible. It's definitely better than what we've been seeing recently, but is it a BO2? I don't think so, and I think most people would agree. But it's not like shit either. It's a bit of a disappointment, and it seems to be going downwards, you know, with all this new supply drop weapons and they're doing, and they're like scamming people with the odds and shit. Like, I don't even get into all that, but there's a whole controversy with that. Like, it just seems to be heading in a bad direction, and it didn't start out in the best place, so, you know, that's not gonna help its case. I don't know, man. It's honestly come to the point, like, I don't know, maybe I'm just fucking crazy, but I actually have been feeling like this lately. I would rather prefer a Ghost 2 to this whatever futuristic space warfare advanced movement, whatever the fuck they got going on. I've come to the point where I think I would prefer a Ghost 2 over that game, and that is fucking sad. What a sad place for Call of Duty to be in, where I'm hoping to get a Ghost 2. That's what they fucking brought me to, man. They got me hoping for Ghost 2, dude. I gotta find a new game or something, man. This is just unacceptable. I don't know, man. That's pretty much it. You know, this November, I guess we're all gonna be fucking Matt Damon on The Martian, and we're gonna be fucking battling each other in astronaut suits, so that's gonna be fun. Probably jumping like 400 feet in the air and shit, probably just floating around space, so that sounds like a pretty fucking cool game. I'm sure we'll all enjoy that. So anyways, thank you guys all for watching. Be sure to leave a like rating if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already. Follow me on Twitter, links in the description down below. Other than that, have a good day, and peace out.
You got a secret, like you victorious. I'm back on a Tuesday and fucking feels glorious. I'm on the backbeat, sipping in the backseat, listening to NSYNC. No, not Backstreet.